Hi, everyone. This is Linda Kay, Pink Chick Psychic, and I have in front of me Debbie Martin, who I've never read. This is her first time getting a reading from me. And before I begin, I'm going to explain to you how I read. I am clairvoyant, which means I see images, pictures, I get words. And so when I get them, if I say a word, you need to write it down. If I say anything of significance, you need to write it down. I'm also clairsentient, and that means that I do telepathic messages. I can channel someone's feelings for you, direct and indirect. And also, I do relationship readings. I do business readings, financial readings. So I know that you've written some names in the chat for me, and we're protecting the names for your privacy. But I'm going to do a reading on your love life, like a little general little reading. You haven't been intimate with anybody for a while. I feel like things have been on hold for you, obviously, because of COVID, but you have also not felt in the mood for an intimate relationship. And I
Quite a
feel,
long time.
yes, that will wind up changing. And I would say, I feel like the first quarter of next year is when things will start to open up for you intimately and romantically. Also, I know you had mentioned somebody in your past who passed away and that you wanted to know about him. Can I say that name out loud? Because you mentioned it to me before. Okay. You told me his name was Mike. And I'm going to directly channel him to see if there's any messages for you from him. Okay. He says, I want you to know that I've never stopped loving you. No matter what happened between us, we always had that chill kind of relationship, that chill feeling with each other. Like, he says, I also want you to know that I have never been able to make you happy. I know that. You were not 100% happy with me. I know you loved me. Let me see. He says, I want you to be involved with a man that has a lot of musical ability. I feel like I see you with this man. He has musical ability. He says, I'm going to send him to you because I want you to be happy. Okay. So you've also given me 3 names that you want to know what their feelings are for you. So let's start. I'll write in the chat which one I'm reading for you. Okay, the first person, let me see. He is a very strong, independent man. Whatever he has done, I get he's a legend in his own name. I don't know what that means. Maybe you do. He has a lot of, he does have musical ability, or he loves music. Which one is it?
I think both.
Okay, let's see what he feels about you. He is in a very bad place financially right now. He doesn't have a whole lot of extra income to play with. And I feel like it would be better for you if you waited for him to get himself together financially, because he wouldn't be able to sexually satisfy you otherwise. Let me see. I see him in a holding pattern with you. It's like you're waiting for things to happen, but nothing's happened. I don't see much happening between you until, I'd say, the first quarter of next year. That's when I see things happening between you. I'm going to pick a card for you, just a little message for you regarding this person. And I'm using the Romance Angels Oracle cards. And I'm shuffling them, and I'm asking what you need to know about this gentleman that is for your soul's highest and best good. And let's see, I'm shuffling them. Okay. And the card I got is free yourself. Like it's time to take back control of your life. This is the card.
Is that a unicorn? Yeah.
Yeah. And you have felt like held down. Like you feel like something is holding you down. It's like you haven't felt free. And I don't think it's just because of COVID. I feel like it's a number of things that's going on. I also feel like you have a little bit of stress or worry, maybe I should call it worry, about your mother. You're very concerned about her. She's acting or reacting to things that is very unusual for her, if that makes any sense. And something about her pulse that needs to be checked. But I really don't do health, but that's the word I got, is pulse. And so you have a lot of burdens on you. And I feel like you've also had some things that were pushed under the rug, so to speak, that you haven't dealt with. Some emotional stuff for yourself, you know. As far as this gentleman, there's going to be an evening of romance between you, but not for another 4 to 5. And I'm going to say that's months. He is very drawn to you and very attracted to you, but his fear of not, I know this sounds weird because he's so worried about money, his fear of not performing is kind of overwhelming him. So that's why you feel things are at a standstill. He's not doing much of anything right now. You're like, what's going on with you? And then I'm going to say the person's initials so I can determine, because the 2 other men have the same first name. So I'm going to say JC. Let's see. Things are very complicated between the 2 of you. There hasn't been enough communication. He's gone off and done his own thing, and you haven't heard from him lately. He has a lot of problems as well. I feel he is not emotionally available or stable enough for you. He has too many, and he also doesn't listen. I got the symbol of cotton in the ears. So it's like he doesn't listen. he doesn't hear what you have to say. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I don't see him in your future as a stable boyfriend. I see him as someone that won't be able to make you happy or please you emotionally, spiritually, sexually. You know, he's not available. Now, the other gentleman, JB, let's see, he has a lot of involvement with people who have saved him from doing really negative things. He's got a huge support system. I don't know whether he's in a 12-step program or whatever it is, but he has a huge support system. And he thinks that you're one of the most amazing women he has ever met, but you don't know about all of his emotional issues and stuff that he's been through. I feel like he's told you some things, do you know what I'm saying? But not everything. I see him as someone that you hold very dear to you. However, I'm not seeing him as a really good partner for you. And that is an issue. I feel the very first guy that I channeled was the best one for you. And that's when Mikey, your man that passed away, I feel like he was talking about him, that he wants to see you with him. And now, in general, I'm seeing in your love life, there's a new man, and maybe somebody, I'm saying new because it's somebody you haven't been involved with yet, entering, I get your personal space and your intimate space, and approximately, I would say by the spring, the first quarter of next year, this man will come into be in your life romantically. Um, Now, did you want to know about business or work or
Yes.
job?
Yes, business for sure.
You haven't been really enthused about your business for a while. You're starting to feel like you've lost the energy for it, the pizzazz for it. Am I correct? And you feel like it almost feels like you want to sell the business. You want to get rid of it. You're ready to retire.
Right.
And I feel like you won't be able to, it's like you've got a lot of loose ends to take care of before you can do that. But I feel like you are going to be able to sell your business in within the next 9 months. Approximately. It could happen later, it could happen before. There's going to be a woman that decides to take over. And I feel like you will know this within the next 9 months. Financially, you're about to make a really strong amount of money. I feel this money is coming from your business, and your business right now has a strong performance. What is it you do, Debbie?
Mental health professional.
Okay. You're going to be, like I said, retiring within the next 9 months, approximately. Do you have any other questions for me?
Hit on my three major things.
Well,
How about, do you see my mother coming to live with me?
She will not come to live with you until approximately, I feel approximately January. It could happen before that. She doesn't want to give up her independence. However, she's not going to have much of a choice. You know, she needs somebody to take care of her. Although she's a pretty vibrant and independent woman, she's losing some of that vibrancy. And like I said, she's doing some things that are strange to you. Like, it's not her normal behavior. Um, do you have any, what are your other questions?
At my house. Am I going to stay here?
So, okay, so you want to know if you're going to sell your house?
I guess eventually, I
I
bought
don't
this
see
big,
you
I bought
selling
this
your
big
house.
house for kids to come and visit, and they don't.
I don't see you selling your house in the immediate future, but I do see you reorganizing it and redecorating it and pulling things together and making things match. And um, in your mind, you're doing it to put it up for sale. However, I don't see you moving in the immediate future. I don't see you moving. However, I do see you leasing part of the house out or renting or something, you know.
I think that part of my house is going to be where the business is now. My own personal little business after I sell the big one. So I think that part, the new LLC will pay half the rent. So
Oh, okay.
that's
That's why
probably
I
what
thought
that's probably what you're seeing. Yeah. Or my mother coming. Both things.
yeah. Um, I see that there's going to be some really positive changes. However, you worry too much. I'm going to pull a card from the Seven Energies Oracle card deck. I love this Oracle card deck. It's from Colette Baron Reed. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but I'm going to pull a card for you to see what you need, what your next step is in your life. Like what you need to do that would be a fulfilling step
Direction.
for you.
A guidance is a
Next
good
right
idea.
action. Yes, your next right action. Okay, so I'm pulling a card. Um, that's interesting. It says Call of the Muse.
What is it?
Call of the Muse.
I wonder
What does that mean to you? Because it's a very interesting card because it feels to me that you're wanting to learn something new.
I missed this year going to Curanderismo in New Mexico and learning with the elders about indigenous plant healing and stuff. I'm sorry, so sorry that was canceled. I was very disappointed about that.
Well,
So
you
I
have
like
a
that field.
calling. You have a calling to do something new. And I feel you're going to do it. It's going to take um, it could take up to 9 months to do it. Up to. It could be a lot sooner, but you are going to be able to do it within. It could be as early as 6 months or as long as 9 months. But that's the next big calling for you. For you to learn that and work with people in that and work with yourself in it, you know. Um,
Yeah, I would like a grandmother, elder, mentor kind of person.
Well, that's
The
really
ones that I've had
awesome.
in the past are very old now and retiring or gone.
I'd say 2021 is a very positive and powerful year for you. So you're going to
I
make
work less. I need
yes,
to work
you're going to
less.
make some big changes in your life, major changes for the better, you know. Um, I do you have any other questions before we come to a close on this reading?
I would ask about my daughter, Jacqueline.
Uh-huh. What would you like to know about her?
Is she ever going to come to forgiveness and have me back in her life?
She has a lot of issues with what happened between you and it feels like the father, her father. And she hasn't forgiven, she feels like it's all your fault.
I know.
And it's never been your fault. It's he has a lot of anger towards you. And she listens, I feel like she's connected to her father, and she listens to her father, and that's the problem right there. I do see him softening up within the next 3 to 4 years, and it's going to cause her to soften up. He's going to have some regrets, and this will cause her to have some regrets. So it's going to take a while, you know.
My just not chasing her, letting her go is the right best action for me.
Well, if you, I don't tell people what to do, but if you feel that's the best action, let me channel her. She wants you to leave her alone right now. She doesn't have any sweet spot for you at the moment, but that doesn't mean it's forever. She is holding a really strong grudge, very strong. Let me do direct. She says, I want her to leave me alone. I can't believe how angry I am at her. I feel like I'm suffocating in the anger. It's caused me to gain weight. She said, I'm so holding on to that anger that I can't lose weight. That's really sad.
She doesn't have a weight issue. She has an illness issue. And I'm
But
sure
it
all of
feels
that.
like something with weight.
Yeah, she got a lot of heaviness. She's heavily angry and heavily
Yeah,
sick and struggles to get well. Whenever we have contact, she has I'm going to say a regression kind of. She has Lyme and she does all this stuff to get better. And then she has this big
that's all
regression.
that anger inside of her. If she releases that anger, she'll
I know,
soften up,
I know.
you know.
When she wants me to, like she wanted me to, um, she had opened a salt place up in New York and she wanted me to run some of my practice through her business, which I was willing to do. I was going to get my New York license. And then her boyfriend got caught cheating and extorting her money. And somehow, and she's even said it out loud. I don't know, Terrence screwed around and somehow I hate you. It's your fault. So, so the 3 or 4 years that we had out of her whole life of being close was really only about me going to support and work in her business and make her business successful.
I feel like she's going to get through that. It may
Good, because
take
she
a long
only ever
time.
melts down and gets back in touch with me whenever these things happen, when she wants tickets to Disney or she needs money, or I gave her a car because she had no car. That's the only time that she acts like um, she's forgiving and wants me. And then after she uses me, she kicks me to the curb again.
I know,
I'm,
but
I'm done. I'm done with all of that.
I feel like this has been great reading you, Debbie, and I will be uploading this reading to YouTube. And
Thank you.
I am pinkchickpsychic.com, and I want you to have a fabulous day. Bye.